Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Kira, and today I'm doing a little recap of 2024 and 24 things I learned in 2024. So let's get into it. So I'm not going to go super deep into every single thing because it is 24 things. So I'm just going to kind of do a quick little summary why it applied to this year, and hopefully this helps you or you can relate, and I hope you enjoy this video. So number one, I did quality over quantity. So why I chose this is, especially this year, I mean, I always believed that it's always better to have a small group of friends that you know really well and that know you than a bunch of friends who don't really care about you. But it really spoke to me this year. I think I just see a lot of people have so many friends. I'm like, oh, I wish I was like that. Like, I see all these big friend groups of girls that on Instagram, it just like seems amazing. And I have like a friend group of like 4 and we don't really even hang out, or we do, but like it's nothing like what I see on social media. And I just have to realize that I don't know what's really going on in those other lives, and I know that the girls that are in my life I really love and adore and I trust. So I just really need to believe that rather than just knowing that. But that really spoke to me this year. Number 2 is speak up for yourself because no one else will. And I really learned this. I realized that there's not going to be people that will stand up for you all the time, that people will be silent when people are talking bad about you, if you know what I mean. It's been a year. I didn't have anyone that was actually standing up for me. Like, I thought my real friends would stand up for me, but it was actually my friends were actually talking bad about me, and no one was standing up for me when I was not there. So that was really hard, but it definitely showed that I can't rely on others all the time. And in that place of that no one is standing up for me or speaking truth about who I am, I realized I had to do that for myself. I had to go to those people and say, what you are saying is not true, and that this is who I am, this is the kind of person I am, and what you are saying about me is completely opposite of who I actually am. And even if those people don't believe that, or don't, or maybe they do believe that but don't want to say it, or are just want to see you in a bad light, then those aren't your people. And that's what I really learned. But still, it brings confidence to yourself of speaking to them about who you really are. It brings courage and confidence to you, and then also shows others that, oh, she actually knows who she is, she actually has an identity, she actually knows who she is and believes that, rather than people just constantly belittling you and you doing nothing about it. Then that just shows you're just insecure, or you just are too scared to speak up for yourself. But I really learned that, and my mom really told me to keep like speaking up for myself. Like, I can't do it on my own. So that one was a big one. And this third one is like, oh, but also yes. So this one is, you can never trust anybody. And like, okay, yes you can, but I kind of ended up taking this mindset this year. And not just like you can't trust anyone, but more like you really have to know who to trust, and if you really trust them and take your time and to build up friendships to finally come to the point where you do trust them. Because some of my closest friends I trusted completely, and I told them some things that I fully should have been able to tell them with trust, and they took that trust to their advantage, used that against me, and told people about that. And these were people I completely trusted, and that really broke trust in me, because I'm a person who really believes in trust and is a trustful person myself, and seeing people totally break my trust and using that against me really hurt me. I really had to learn that you just can't tell people your whole life story, and it takes time to trust people. And I think like the right people you could trust, obviously, but for me, at least right now, I'm kind of in the mindset where I really have to be careful of how I portray myself and what I say, because that could just always be used against you, which is scary. But I really had to learn that. Number 4 is just spitting facts. Number 4 is hurt people hurt people. Yes, I learned a lot of things this year. This year was a full year of growth and learning and understanding people for who they really are and their true colors. But I also learned that hurt people hurt people. Kind, good people are not mean to others. Like, that makes no sense. The kindest people with the prettiest face are not mean. Like, people who are mean are insecure in themselves and have a life that is just hurting them and affecting them very negatively, and they'll bring that to others, such as myself, because some people that I knew were insecure in themselves and had a life that was not exactly joy-filled and Christ-centered, hurt me because I'm confident in myself. I have a beautiful life. Like, of course there's hardships, but like, I see the beauty in it, and I have good quality filled people, and yeah, I'm happy with my life, you know? And there are people that aren't, and they try to hurt me because they don't want to be miserable by themselves. So I just learned that the good people won't hurt me, and I've really learned that and saw that the people that are in my life now aren't hurt or aren't mean because they have good lives, and that's a good sign that they'll be good to me, you know? Number 5, I came up with this one when I was with my friends, and I wrote it down. It said, the right people will truly appreciate you and show it through their actions. Their actions. I am a person of words, so this took a little realization of like, true friendships are shown through their actions, because I had a lot of people say things to me and say they were going to change, and they did say sorry, but then they did not change at all and even became worse and hurt me even more. So real friendships, the true ones that will stick by you, show they love you and they care about you through their actions. Like, people that want to be with you will try to be with you. Like, there's this girl that I've been wanting to be friends with for so long, and she's just a genuinely good person, and I hung out with her, and I reached out to her, and I was like, can we, like, let's hang out, we should. And she's like, yes, and now we're like really good friends. Good, genuine, real friends. And that really encouraged me to realize that the people I want to hang out with, I have to make that happen. And then also people who want to hang out with me have to make that happen themselves too. And yeah, it just kind of goes with relationships too. Like, if they wanted to, they would, you know? And that's kind of how I saw it. Okay, 6 is more physical, because not all these are like mental, emotional things. Is it's important to recover and rest and take time to recover. Half of this year, I really just went for it and did not take time to take care of my body, and just absolutely destroyed my body to the point where I died. No, just kidding. I almost had to go to the hospital though, because my body just crashed out this year. I had a surgery in like April, I want to say, March or April, and then my body, I guess, wasn't really ready for that, and then I didn't take care of myself after that, and I just kept going with school and didn't take any breaks. And then I got super sick. I got pneumonia, vertigo, then I was diagnosed with anxiety, and like a bunch of other things. Like, it was actually like, my parents were like, oh, she's not okay. I'm like, no, I'm not okay. And I literally had to like, I couldn't go to school for like 2 weeks. Like, I was just dead. That really made me realize that I need to take care of myself, or my body will force me to take care of myself. I'm definitely taking that into 2025. No, 2025. Number 7, this is kind of a long one, so I'm going to read it. Taking care of yourself is such a high priority, because if you're not doing well, then your work or school won't, and it'll affect everyone else. And this is very true. How you take care of yourself is how you'll take care of people. So if you're not doing well, you're not going to treat others well. And I really learned this as well, and that I just need to rest, and then I will be refreshed and happy to hang out with people, because when I'm tired, I don't want to hang out with people. Sleep well, rest well, and then you will do well. Here, sorry. 8 is also very similar to what I just said. You need 8 hours of sleep. I know this generation struggles with sleep. I'm not gonna go into like the whole science behind sleep, but in summary, teenagers need 8 or more hours of sleep. Yes, you've probably heard that a million times, just like I have. But I did not listen to them, and I didn't sleep, and that affected me a lot. And then I was forced to sleep, and now I used to hate sleeping, bro, but now I love sleeping and I love to sleep in, which is unfortunate because I can't sleep in because I have school at 8 o'clock in the morning, but it did show me that I actually need sleep. Number 9, this is all like health right now, I'm sorry, but if something is bothering you, either mentally or emotionally, it will show itself physically. Yes, this in fact happened insanely to me. I was mentally not doing well, and I just did not talk about my feelings. I did not write about my feelings. I didn't do a whole lot with my feelings. I just kind of stuffed it in, and because it was being compressed into me all the time and I didn't open up about it, it just was affecting my body. And so by affecting my body, I had a bunch of hair loss. I was exhausted. I was tired. I was super anxious. Like, I was so stressed. I mean, I kind of still am, but not as much as it was. Like, I was so stressed about any tiny thing. And that was because I was just keeping things down and not actually doing anything about it. So you really actually, I didn't realize, I mean, I did, but like I didn't actually realize you really have to take care of your mental self and your emotional self and like let go of things. That's a big thing. But also talking about it with someone, have a mentor. Right now I'm looking for a mentor and like someone who could, like an adult that could just like kind of walk me through life. I have some ideas, but I'm a little scared to talk to reach out, not gonna lie. So I kind of need like confidence in that to just reach out and everything. So there's number 9. But yeah, do something about those feelings. Don't just stuff it down because it won't end up well. 10 is don't be so quick to close doors and say yes. I'm not like a closed person, but I have my ideas. I have the things I want to do, and sometimes I close off people's ideas. But this year I said yes to some things that kind of changed my life in a good way. And I really hope to keep doing that this year by saying yes to the things that scare me or that I might not want to do, because it might end up something that I do love doing. So saying yes and not slamming the door so quickly, but hearing others out. And 11 is spitting facts. Walk away from things that are hurting you or toxic people. Say thank you and next with a smile on your face, because you're beautiful when you smile, and a crown on your head. This kind of is just saying what it is, and I won't go super into it, but yeah, you really just have to move on from things that are not benefiting you and are hurting you, and just go on to the next best thing, because it will come. 12 is like more of a quote, but I think it's so pretty, and I think it really is good for the end of 2024 going into 2025. So the quote is, "Tears will grow the seeds in your gardens." Not gonna lie, I just really want to be honest with you guys, but this year was really hard for me. I lost a lot of people and things in my life, but it was meant to leave. But there was a lot of tears. There was a lot of crying. I don't think I've cried so much in my life, because I'm not a crier, but I really cried a lot this year. The pain of this year I'll just learn from it, turn into something really good this year, because I'm really excited for this year. So yeah, tears into gardens, you turn morning to day. 13, I learned about myself and how good of a person I am. I'm not trying to be like a bragger, like, oh, look at how amazing I am. But this year I learned the benefit of being a good person, if that makes sense, and like how valuable I am and for me and like others in my life. And if you lose me or don't try hard to keep me in your life, then that's your problem and that's your loss, and that's a benefit to me for moving on. Okay, 14, I did a whole video on this because it's so important for me and you to know, is keep your standards high and always keep them high. I am not going to go deep into this because you can watch my video about it. It's really good. It's very long. I apologize. I didn't mean for it to be like 20 minutes. But yeah, never lower your standards for someone because they should be already going above and beyond your standards because they love you that much. So yeah, don't lower your standards. 15, when their disrespect is so loud, walk away. Walk away. No, don't walk away, just fly away, because you're a princess and you can do that, you know? I'm like so tired, I'm going delusional. But yeah, that's number 15. Don't stay around for the people that are treating you like dog poo. And run the opposite direction, because they're not going to change for you. Like, if they're not changing now, they're not going to change later. And you do not want people disrespecting you that are in your life, because then they don't deserve to be in your life. So move on, Pookie. It's the best you can do. 16 is very similar to number 10, and it's say yes to things that scare you. And I really did this year, and I'm so glad I did. As you might know, you probably not know, I don't know. I'm a singer / musician, and I write songs and do all that fun stuff, but I haven't ever really performed my songs by myself or do kind of like a concert type of thing, and I got the opportunity to do it this year, and I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna say no because it was scary and I felt like I wasn't ready, but you're ready when you don't feel the most ready. So I said yes, and now I love performing, and then I did another one like 2 months ago, or 2 months after that, and I didn't realize how much of a stage presence I have and how like confident I'm on stage. I actually have like a completely different persona. I'm a quieter person in real life, but on stage I was so confident, and I've never been so confident in my life, and I love doing it. And I said yes to something that actually scared me. So I recommend you guys do that too, because it's kind of necessary to do that in life. But also you never know what it's going to bring and what it's going to do and what doors are going to open, because so many good things came out of that, and I hope that's just another step into my music career. So yeah. Number 17, when something is on your heart or you feel called by God to follow something, then follow it. This is kind of saying yes. These are kind of like repetitive, not gonna lie, I'm sorry, but they're kind of specific to me, but kind of what it is for what it is. If you feel like you need to do something, if you feel like you need to talk to someone about something, then do it, because your gut is telling you to do it, and your gut doesn't usually lie, because you feel it in your gut. Things you feel deeply should have action to that, and the things you want to do it because you want to do it, and you're the only one who's stopping you. 18, so remember when we talked about anxiety? Yeah. So 18 says, God says to don't stress or worry, for he knows the plans for your life. That's a verse somewhere. No, trust, it's a verse. But God literally tells you not to stress about anything. Like, you don't have to worry, for he knows the plans of your life and will work through the hardships. He will find a way to work through it and make it for good. God will make any bad thing into good, like stress into peace. And that's what I really had to rely on God for this year, and continue will. I know it's hard to just not stress, and trust me, I struggle with it too, but you also can be at peace with, like, I don't have to control my whole life. Like, I don't have to worry about my future, because there is a plan, and I just have to listen to God through it. Number 19 is there will be things in your life that you can't control, and you have to let go of those things. I had to let go of a lot of things this year. I couldn't control it. I couldn't control the people that were hurting me. I couldn't control the situation anymore, but I had to let go. And there's things that you need to let go, because it will benefit you in the long run. It will hurt at first, but it's really for your benefit. So let go, and don't stress so much on the things that you can't even control. 20 is move on from those who didn't think twice for leaving you. I tried to hold on to the people that were constantly hurting me, and I tried to keep those friendships, and they just hurt me over and over again, and they didn't even think twice of hurting me. They didn't even try to say sorry. Why stay and try to keep a friendship where it will be half effort, and the people or the person is not even trying to keep you. Like, you don't want that kind of person in your life, because that's not going to do anything for you, and that's wasting your energy and time. So move on, babe, move on. 21, I love this quote, and it stuck with me. It is, every exit is an entry somewhere else. A closed door is just another open door waiting for you to enter. And when something closes, okay, it might hurt for a little bit, but that's okay. You'll move on and you'll walk away and you'll bump into a pink hot door that you will want to open. No, that will open, and it'll be so much better than before, and it was meant for you. So yeah, don't be scared of the closed doors, because those doors that are closing will lead you to something so much better that is meant for you. Moral of the story, don't be scared of the closed doors. Every exit is an entry to somewhere else. Usually something better. Always something better. 22 is boys aren't life. I have been single for, I was gonna say 14, for 17 years of my life, and of course it hurts and it's sad and depressing sometimes, but I would much rather be single than with someone who won't treat me right. And yeah, it's hard because right now I have a lot of friends that are in relationships right now, and it makes it so much more real. When it's easy to say like, oh, I'm fine single, when like a bunch of your friends are single too and you're just in it together. But I have so many friends right now that are in relationships, and I'm like the one that's like never been in a relationship, and they're like, oh, we need to get you a man. I'm like, well, none of your boys are men, so I don't want your help, actually. No, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I wish them the best, but I know some of the people they are with, I don't fully agree, and I know it probably won't last because they deserve so much better. But yeah, boys aren't life, because that's not the whole world. That's not who you should be focusing on the most. You should be focusing right now on your girlfriendships and on God and on your life and your goals and your dreams, because a boy won't give you everything. 23 is men want a wife. And no, I don't plan on getting married anytime soon, but it is something to think about, and like how you take care of yourself and how you present yourself. You don't want to be presented as someone who's just a one-time thing, and guys really do put girls into two categories: wifey material and or a one-time thing. And you never want to be the one-time thing, and you want to be wifey material, because that's what really matters in the long run too. If that's what you want in your future, to have a family, then you have to present yourself as a family girl, and as a loyal person, as someone who's going to stay. Yeah, I don't ever want to be portrayed as a one-time thing. So and I've seen that people have been portrayed like that, and they are like that, a one-time thing, and the one-timers will be used a lot. You want to be a woman of God. You're a princess. Princesses aren't one-time things. They last an eternity. The real ones want someone who's gonna stay. So don't ever feel like you're not worth it because you don't have so many guys after you, and it's probably because they're just intimidated by how amazing you are, and they don't feel ready to pursue you because you're too good for them. 24 is growth is necessary for beauty. Just like with a garden, you have to grow and water your plants. You have to take care of your garden, and then it will grow and become this beautiful garden that everyone's gonna be like, oh my gosh, your flowers and your plants are stunning. You're gonna be like, yes, it took time and it took effort. Growth will always continue. You always need to grow, you always need to learn. And I learned so much this year. That's why I thought this video was perfect to do. You do have to take care of your garden, and that will lead to something beautiful. And by garden, I mean yourself. You have to take care of yourself. And that will build you up into a beautiful person inside and out. Taking care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. What's the other one? Did I say physically? Yeah. Like in all the ways, just like take care of yourself, take care of your life, take care of the people around you that care about you, and that will turn into something so beautiful, and that people will see and be like, she has a beautiful life, and we want a beautiful life, a beautiful and fulfilled life. So keep building and growing your gardens, taking care of yourself, growing and learning in the hardships and in all the lessons of life. And that will lead to beauty and character, and that sticks with you forever. So yes, this was my 24 things I learned in 2024. Just comment down below what resonated with you, what you related to the most, what stood out to you, what you hope to grow in 2025. I'm so excited for this year that is coming up in a few hours, because I am filming this on December 31st. And yeah, I just wish you all the most incredible year ever. I just can't wait to see what God has for me this year, to grow on YouTube, make more videos, just be real and authentic with you, because that's what I really want to do, and just have videos to look back on how I've grown too. So yeah, comment below, like this video, subscribe. I'd love to continue this journey with you guys. So yeah, hope you have an amazing New Year's Eve. Love you guys.